I'll give it a few minutes for people to come in. Let me know if you can hear me loud and clear. Let me know. Let me know. Happy Saturday. I was thinking what day it is. Happy Saturday. Big up Will D in the house. Okay. Red Cedar. That's how you say your name. If it isn't, I apologize. Big up, big up, big up. Just let me know if you can. Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if you can see me. Oh, we can hear you. Nice one, nice one. Right on it. Prompt and everything. Hello, 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 man. Happy Saturday. It's a bit of a miserable one out there. It's a bit of a grey one. Yeah, man. It kind of sucks this Saturday. I don't know why. It's supposed to be sunny. We was hoping for sun. We didn't get it, but hey, it is what it is, man. How's your weekends been? How's your weeks been? Actually, let me know about your weeks. I've had a long, stressful week at work. For those who don't know, my name is MJ. Welcome to Life After 40. Yeah, just for all the new people that have come in, man. Yeah, man, it's good to see you all. I upload usually on a Monday, a Wednesday, a Friday, and I do a live stream on a Saturday. This one's going to be a real good live stream, I think, man. We're going to talk about some interesting stuff. I'll get into it in a moment, but I just want to let people come in. When did you learn you're autistic? Okay, yeah. Hold on. We're gonna get into all of that. We're gonna get into all of that. But good to see you, Jefferson. We're gonna get into all of that, man. We will definitely, indeed. We missed you. Last stream ended abruptly. No, that was. Are you talking about the stream before last? Because one stream that I had, it just ended because my internet cut out, and I've changed my internet provider. Actually, I'm with a new internet provider. I was with Sky. Yeah, we've done them, man. Now with some thing called Community Hub or something like that. It's supposed to be really good. So we'll see. This will be a good test. But yeah, the last stream that ended on, I think, like on time. I think we ended it well. It was just a stream before that, you know. Um, Tehran, Jan 11. The council are trying to fine me 400 for fly tipping. I didn't do it. The bins are always overflowing. Oof. Yeah, man, this is the thing, man. It's not. Listen, I actually like back in the day, I was done for that as well. That's why I didn't know about that. You can put your rubbish in rubbish sites, So now I've tried to do videos where let people know because I didn't know. I wish I did, and I got fined as well. So it's like, where do you put this stuff? Do you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I think you should protest that, man. Like, don't just give up that easily. Don't just give up that easy. Protest that. You never know. Listen, I'm fighting I'm not fighting a speeding ticket. I went over the speed limit, so I'm getting that points docked on my license or whatever. And but I am fighting. I am fighting a parking. Well, I parked somewhere and I forgot to put the disabled badge on. So yeah, I'm gonna get fined for that. But yeah, I'm fighting. I'm appealing. So yeah, man, don't let them get you. Sorry, Taran. I love your videos and opinions, bro. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much, man. Very hard. I love hearing comments like that, man. That makes me know that I'm, doing videos that are helping people. Some people getting enjoyment or knowledge or whatever out of it. The last videos have done really well. Good numbers, man. So I thank you on that. You know what I'm saying? We had new subscribers from that, a few new subscribers. So yeah, man, I'm always humbled by the interaction, the comments, people, because I didn't think anyone wanted to hear what I had to say. So it's really good to know people do. And I think the things I talk about affects us. Do you know what I'm saying? Um, what happened in the wait, was it the last live stream? No, hold on a minute. Am I going crazy? Because I thought it was the live stream before last that cut off. Maybe it was a lot. I don't know because I know that one cut off because of the internet. But the last live stream I did, that was okay. I think maybe I'm blimmin'. Maybe I thought it was okay and it just cut off. I don't know, man. If it's the last live stream about, I can't remember what I talked about. Stressing out, being just overwhelmed. That was the last live stream, I think. I'm not sure. Um, but anyway, yeah. So I'm a bit confused with that. But anyway, but how was your weeks, man? How's it all going? Where you're calling where you're calling from, where you're all commenting from. I'd love to know as well. We're gonna get into the whole neurodiverse thing in a bit. Give it a couple minutes, but I just want to engage in the chat, man, and see where you guys are coming from. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. It cut off 2 weeks. I'm thinking I'm going loopy. Do you know what I mean? It won't be the first time, man. Yeah, it won't be the first time. Um, but thank you, John Paul Harrington, for saving, making me think I'm not going mental yet. Um, yeah, tough last week. I've been picking up from handover. Finished a 2 a.m. one night. Oh man, I feel for you, man. I've been doing 1 a.m.s. It's been a tough week as well. But I feel your pain, man. I'm there with you. This has been really stressful. Like my body's been aching from it, been staying up late. I stayed behind on Thursday at 7:30. Everyone went for drinks. I stayed behind working. I had to do like some security thing. You know, I found out in my workplace. I love the workplace, but I found out. And let me know if you have the same thing. Um, emojis are important. Like emojis mean stuff. So when you comment in the program that we use, like putting a thumbs up, you shouldn't just do that if you think, oh yeah, cool, man. You need to do that. It's like, right, I've completed that task. Like they take emojis seriously. Because I was thumbsing up a lot of stuff, and they're like, oh yeah, can you not do that? Can you just like put your leave the eyes, the two pupil emojis, leave that one to say that you've read the message. I was like, I didn't know it was emoji etiquette at work. Let me know if anyone else has experienced that because that's new to me, man. Do you know what I mean? Okay. We see that a comment from HK. What's HK? I'm so bad at geography. What's that? Like HK? Where's that? Hong Kong? Is that Hong Kong? I don't know, man. Let me know. Um, yeah. Taran said, I look at society with the same lens and perspective that you do. I could relate to your long term read friend story as it happened to me. Yeah, that was mad. Yeah, that was a. Yeah, man, that was, when you just see someone, it's like, you didn't act like that. He's all like, oh, man, what's going on, fam? Like, and like the worst thing about it, yeah, he's not giving me eye contact. So every time I'm looking at him, he's looking away, and I'm like, it was mad. The whole experience is nuts. But okay, what 2 more minutes, I'm gonna get into this whole thing. And Hong Kong, okay, yes, nice one, man, nice one, global, man, Hong Kong, lovely, lovely, jubbly. You know what I'm saying, man? I hope the weather's better in Hong Kong than it is over in London anyway. Um, I look forward to this live stream, man, creating a good community here. I think so. And all right, so let me explain what this live stream is going to be about. That's what I want to do with it. So we're going to talk about neurodiversity and me sort of having sort of undiagnosed autism and just I'm going to talk about the story about when I grew up with it, when I first knew that I had it, my family members, the working environment, like dealing with it, how it's sort of hindered me. And I'm also going to talk about a company that I've created and what I tried to do with it and how you can create your company in this way as well if you wanted to. And then I'm going to ask the community for a favor. Like, well, yeah, not you just have to spread the word on something, but we're getting to that afterwards. So I am going to start in a minute. Just seeing people say Hackney. I used to go there all the time, man. They had Temple of Hackney with a vegan chicken. Chiswick, yeah, man. Chiswick. I used to work actually not far from Chiswick. I used to work for OpenBet, and they had a company or a building in Chiswick. No, it was in Chiswick. Yeah, they had one in Chiswick. We've read that one. Okay, so I am going to start. And now we do, if you don't, what I do, I'm going to go into my little spiel and I'm going to dive into the comments. And yeah, we're going to get some interaction. Let me just read this last comment and then we begin. So Kiefer says, loving the streams, bro. Can't stay, so gonna have to watch the repeat. Keep it going. Catch you on the next one. Take care, sir. Take care, sir. Make sure you watch this one because I think this one going to be very important. So let me have a drink of Tetley's tea. Right, so let me go into it, man. So the title of this stream is living autistic in a neurodivergent society or world. So I've always sort of thought that I was different growing up, but I just thought that was me. So when I was in school, I tried to hang with cool kids and fit in. But for some reason, there was always something inside of me saying that you don't belong to this crowd. The thing, your interests are a bit different. I was interested in one point. I was interested in the black ants fighting red ants. So you got the fire red ants and you got the black ants. I was interested in things like gathering all of them, putting into like a pit. I know it's cruel, but and then seeing which one wins. I was interested in putting treasure, like a fake treasure map, in a capsule, digging dirt and then putting it in there and then just like leaving it and wondering if someone in 20 years that goes to that school would dig that up and find that capsule. I did that. That was the sort of things I was into. At those times, my peers and all that were into girls. Do you know what I'm saying? So I wasn't into girls for the longest, man. Like people are talking about women. I was like talking about why can't we talk about Tomb Raider? You know what I mean? We've got the new Tomb Raider Lara Croft come out. Like we've got the magazine for it. Why are you talking about how many girls you get? Like the fake stories, you know? So I had all that, and I used to do this thing when I used to like spin around in my primary school. I used to go to St Mary's in Kilburn. I remember like I used to spin around there, do weird stuff like that, but I thought it was just what kids do, that sort of thing. Got older, got to secondary school, at the beginning of secondary school. Still, like, yeah, that was when cause it was late primary school when people started talking about girls, but then secondary school really got like people like, oh, you get these girls and all this kind of stuff. Still weren't interested. I wasn't interested in anything. It wasn't like I was gay or anything. I was just like, just me. I just wasn't interested in that. So then, yeah, I used to watch wrestling and like a lot of kids do. But the one thing I found is like when I like speak to people, I do this thing where I'll be speaking to them, and then I just change subject just like that. So, for example, we can talk. Let me talk about Arsenal. So yeah, Arsenal didn't do well in the Premier League the other season, and it's hopefully this new season will be great. And Donald Trump is taking some heat right now for his for what's going on with him and Elon Musk. Two things are totally different. I'm talking about Arsenal, then Trump and Elon Musk. But that's literally what I'd do. I'd talk about something and then I'd switch into something else. But I didn't know that was anything wrong with that. I'm done talking about subject A, like without you knowing. I just want to talk about subject B now. Um, so I didn't know this is weird actually till later on, but it's kind of like what happened to me later made me think about all these things. So yeah, I was a bit different. I remember I was bullied in primary school by Daniel Ross, and in secondary school, like there was this main bully there, but I kind of joined the bullies, and I did a lot of stuff to fit in because I had this thing where there was like the weirdos in my school, and then there was me that could be a weirdo, but I kind of knew how to not be in that kind of weirdo bracket, if you know what I mean. Like I could mask and masking weren't a thing then. You just pretend to be something else. So yeah, I'd just be this cool person. I remember playing basketball, tops off, girls watching, that kind of stuff. And like the boys around me loved it. And I was like, I'm just kind of doing this just to fit in or just so I don't get punched like this. Do you know what I mean? Like, because these guys that are doing stuff I want to do, they're getting the hell kicked out of them. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't want to be one part of that group. But then in class and stuff, I'd have more interaction with the geeks and the weirdos, the so-called geeks and weirdos, because I was more connected to them. And when we were going outside, they'd come and speak to me because they thought, okay, it's kind of cruel what I did. But it's like, no, I can't be with you because I have this rep to uphold. So I need to be seen with the cool kids now. So I'll talk to you in RE. But when we're in a playground, my domain is with the cool kids. All this kind of stuff. I was doing what is like the things I'll never do now, but I think you're just trying to make it in your way in school. And I feel that looking back, school's really horrid. Like kids can be really horrid, man. And oh wait. Hold on, man. Super chat. Hold on. Oh, super chat squad. Super chat squad in the building. I have to stop for this, man. Alert stillness. Keep up the good work. The YouTube scene has been missing black UK male content. Don't be afraid to touch tough topics. Oh, thank you so much, man. I'm so humbled in that. Yo, anyone, listen, you send a super chat, I'm gonna have to respond to that, man. That is amazing. Thank you so much. So grateful, man. Love for the love. as Turkish on AFTV would say. Love that, man. Yeah, so let me continue. Appreciate that. Alert stillness. Anyway, so what I was saying, I love the people giving love and stuff like this, man. I appreciate that major. Anyway, so what was I saying? So yeah. So I was in that world, and I realized the school's really tough, innit? So then you get to be a grown up. Now I've got an uncle. Um, Now, he's my favorite uncle, actually. Well, one of my favorite uncles on my mum's side. Definitely my favorite uncle on my mum's side, but it ain't really hard to be. Do you know what I mean? But he had quirks and stuff like this. And I always thought that, like people say, oh, I'm slow, I'm foolish, all that kind of stuff. Like I'd hear like my mum say, like, that's what family members would say, all this kind of stuff. Like, but she loved him. And him and my mum, they're the best. And my mum has nothing but love. And yeah, she loves him. And I love him. But he was different as well. And it kind of makes me think that there's a lot of people that they think we're slow, backwards, or different, whatever. No, we're just on a spectrum of some sort. Like we just have autism, aspergers, and we're very good. There's certain people that are very good at masking. I know women are better at masking than men, but men mask too. So when I had a conversation, my mum was like, "Oh, I think he could be autistic." I was like, "Well, of course he is." Like me, like I just feel that I think when people think of autism, still it's getting better, but I think you think, oh, you got to be like Rain Man or something. Do you know what I mean? But it's not like that. Do you know what I'm saying? You just have different quirks. So I'll talk to you about the stuff that I would do that's weird, and I'll let you know the time when I knew there was something different about me. And I knew, yeah, I've got something. So the things I do, so yeah, going into different conversations out of nowhere, that would be one. Um, Feeling differently about certain subjects. I'd feel differently where some people would like be sad at things. I'd laugh. Like I remember like going to a funeral, man. It was open casket funeral. And I went there, man. I remember a long time ago. I looked at the body. I burst out laughing, man. Like it was supposed to be serious. I remember holding my finger, trying to shake it, trying to mimic it. Like I'm crying. Like I'm trying to mimic certain reactions that normal people should have, or neurotypical people should have. So I'm laughing my ass. I don't know why I'm laughing. Like I'm weird. I remember this. My mum was on a ladder and she was doing something to the shelves, painting it or doing something. And I remember the ladder nearly fell. Like she rocketed on it and like that, she nearly fell off. I thought it was blimmin' hilarious. Do you know what I'm saying? I thought that was funny, and I shouldn't think that's funny because my mum's going to injure herself. But it's stuff like that. You see things differently. Do you know what I mean? You see things differently, and I have two sisters. No, my two sisters, they both have autism and ADHD. They're 18 now. One of them is like she's very overt of it. She can mask it. So they call it. What's the terminology for it? So basically, it's like you can mask it. There's a terminology where you wouldn't know. High functioning, they call it high functioning, which I believe I'm high functioning. So she had a boyfriend, she has friends, social life, she goes out, all that kind of stuff. But there's certain aspects of her that stop, that kind of, she has the ADHD is really like a killer in regards to her exams and stuff like this. Where my other sister, she can't go nowhere. She doesn't have any physical friends. She doesn't leave the house. She's scared of like a little piece of paper. There was this little paper thing that she was scared of. She doesn't like the Hoover. She can't go outside. She has to go accompanied with someone. Scared to go to the shops. Scared to see people. She can't. She wants to say like thank you to people and be courteous and say things, but she just has a fear of expressing stuff, and then she kind of hates herself for it. But then she'll tell you everything about computer games. I'll leave it there because I'm going to go back to that in a minute. That's tied to this business that I'm going to talk to you about. I'm going to go back to that. But I wanted to talk about how it affects me in my work, and boy, has it affected me. I don't know how. I'll be honest with you. Yeah, I don't know how the hell I'll survive as a designer. In fact, we're gonna get into this. Let me go back to the chat. So I have my spiel. Let me go into the chat, see what you guys are saying. So Will D saying something very important. Don't forget to hit the subscribes and likes, people. Yes, hit the subscriptions, likes. I'm calling it the HBO, man. Help a brother out. You know what I mean? Do the help HBO service. Help a brother out. Leave a subscription, like, subscribe. I do live streams every Saturday. I put out videos every Monday and Wednesday and Friday. There may be a video or short on a Friday, but you're gonna get content, you know. So yeah, man, stay with it. So you like okay, I like to use this emoji at work. Everyone always uses this. Yeah, but with the emoji, it's like, yeah, if you want to use it, but they have a rule of using it. And it's part of etiquette, work etiquette, which I didn't realize, you know. Um, High functioning, yeah, man. Do you have ADHD? No, I believe I have autism. I have autism. It's not. I've gone for tests, but I haven't been diagnosed because it was a rip off. So I went to get a test, and they talk about to go. I went to the GP, which took forever. Then they say to be on a waiting list would be about a couple of years. To go private, you're looking at 2,000. Like I'm like, what? I'll just go with the undiagnosed. But I know I have autism, stroke, aspergers. I have that. So ADHD, no, I don't have ADHD. My sisters do. I don't. But I definitely have autism, aspergers. But my function, I can function. I'm going to get into how it's been hard at work. Even this week, I'm going to tell you something about this. What happened this week? And as soon as it happened to me, I was like, I've got to talk about this in the live stream because this is typical. All right, I'll get back into it. Hate to be in school now with social media. Yeah, it's even worse with social media, man. Even worse. Like, yeah, I wouldn't even want to know how the bullying. Now you ain't got. Usually you get, physical bullying. Now you're getting blaming cyberbullying. Um, Great to see you talking about this stuff. So honestly, that's all I know how to do. And I may get in trouble for it if the wrong person watches this, but I can't do this without speaking about it like how I am, open, because I just forget to monitor myself at times, and that's the only way to be real. And I'll tell you, real experiences, you know. Um, Crystal A says, "Glad I caught this live stream. Fellow autistic black woman struggling to make it anywhere in this world. I'm struggling too, man. I feel your struggle. It ain't easy. It ain't easy. Are you high functioning? Are you good at masking? Let me know. Always been a bit awkward in school, and now I'm really introverted after the pandemic. Yeah. I'm an extroverted introvert. Like if I'm in a gathering, you'd think, oh, I'm the life of the party sort of thing. Like that's what the feedback I usually get. But I dread the gathering. That gathering I'm involved in, I dread it. If let's just say we've got this work event actually next month where we're actually flying us out to Portugal. Where are we going? Where is it we're going in Portugal? It's a 3-day work event. Never had one of these. This is like mad. But I'm dreading that. Like in the interactions and stuff, I'm dreading that, you know? Um like I I have this thing. I fear the small talk. I'm horrible with small talk. So two things I want to talk about. Let me go back into it and go into the comments. So two things I want to mention happened this week at work that's linked to being autistic. Um, so the small talk. This is a known thing. So I dread the small talk. I don't know about you guys, but I was with this guy, right, work colleague, and then we're going for like, all right. So I say, yeah, do you want a coffee? So I'm gonna go out and make a coffee. And he's like, yeah, oh yeah, I'm gonna come. No, I'll come with you. So in my head, I'm like, all right, okay. And then I say something. I talked about a subject, but before we even got to the coffee, the subject was over, and we're just there. So I'm like, it's quite like I get this. It's so awkward. So I'm like, I have nothing to say. So I say something. I always come out something crazy, man. So I said to him like, "So how long have you been bald?" Like, and it's like the only thing I can think of to cut the silence, man, the awkwardness of it, the small talk. Do you know what I'm saying? And he was like, "Oh right." And I got the feeling that he was a bit insecure about his baldness, which I understand. I was insecure about my hair before I got bald, before I went bald. but he was proper insecure about it. But it's stuff like that. I would say things like, this is a crazy thing I'm going to say, but my dad actually used to be a. We're talking about honesty. We're going to talk about honesty. My dad was a pimp. Like, I'm just going to be honest. He used to be a pimp, which is crazy. Maybe I'll do a video dedicated to that. It's mad, I know, but he used to be, back in the day, he used to have Polaroid pictures of. I won't go into it, but he used to be PIMP. Anyway, and I remember I was with my ex, right? So we were at a dinner, and it's her, two of her friends. And so we're talking, right? And then, like, I'm just getting into it, sort of thing. And then it gets quiet. So when it gets quiet, I like I say, oh yeah, like, by the way, yeah, you know my daughter used to be a pimp. Because I mean my daughter, gosh, my daughter. My dad was a pimp, like, because I know that's gonna get some engagement. So I that's the only thing I can think of to beat the awkward silence. And it made it even more awkward. Like, you know, you regret it's like, oh gosh, it's happened again. Like, I've stuck my foot in it. I've said the wrong thing. Um, um, so yeah, there's that. I've just seen a comment here. Apology for my ignorance, but how does autism and Asperger's affect you in a day-to-day life? Okay, let me tell you in how it affects me in work, and then we get into the day-to-day. So, well, no, the like small talk, changing subjects, that sort of thing affects me. But in work, oh my gosh! So this happened last week. There's a real thing that happened. So I was given this brief, design these banners for this event. So I had to do a panel banner. I had to do a big sort of wide landscape banner, and yeah, but these banners are going to have like TV screens mounted to them in a certain size. So when I've done these before, we always get measurements of like the banners and stuff like this, like, and measurements of where the screen's going to sit, so you can design have the copy not interacting with the TV screen, that sort of thing. So anyway, I'll get an email saying here's the dimensions for the banners. So I'm like, here's the dimensions of the banners. Great. So I get to working on the banners. It's all going well, right? So I'm like, all right, I've done it. So then I submit. I go, yeah, here you go. Would you let me know your thoughts on the banners and the design, how I've done it? He goes, oh, what about the third banner? I was like, what third banner? The lower stand one with our logo. Where's that? I'm like, what? I go to the email. Underneath the copy, it says, yeah, third banner, dimension tab. It was lower down. It's almost like it just appeared. But I can't take certain bits of information in. If I see the first thing, I can get that. But if I sometimes it's almost like certain other bits of information don't exist. It's like, for example, and I saw this somewhere, it was a great example of it. It's like the instructions. When you read something, it's like, let's just say, take these scissors out to start cutting your hair. So you see the first line, you think, right, let me take the scissors out to start cutting my hair. And you go lower, when you cut your hair, you go lower down and it says, before you cut your hair, you must make sure you use the red scissors and not the black ones. And it's like, I didn't even see that part of information. And now I've gone ahead and I've cut my hair, I've done the wrong thing. It's like, it's almost like it doesn't exist until it's gone, it's too late, and then all of a sudden it's there, it just appears. That the way I decide, I can't decipher information properly. So then, all right, I do this banner, I do the lower banner. So I'm like, oh, sorry, mate, I missed it. I made an excuse, and like, no, I said something like, oh, it was in the work, sorry, I forgot to submit it. I've learned that this happens to me a lot, so I've learned to cover myself. But I go back to email and make sure I scan it. Nothing. It's all good. All right, 3 banners. I'm doing 3 banners. Submit it. Send it to him. And he's like, mate, like, no. Then I go to him. Oh, but it'd be good if you have the dimensions of the screens, because I've done this before and I'm not sure where the screens are going to sit. So I'm sort of guessing it here. He goes to me, yeah, it's in the email. I look back at the email, there's attachments there. I'm like, I did not see these attachments there. What? It's like the attachments just attached. It's like the math ain't mathing here, man. Do you know what I'm saying? So I go to the attachments. All the blueprints are there. Like, here's where the screen should sit. I'm looking like an idiot now. I'm supposed to know what I'm doing. I'm looking like a clown, you know. So anyway, I just see Chi in the chat. What's up, Chi, man? She's a regular member, man. What's going on, Chi? You good? Anyway, let me get into it. Good to have you here. Better late than never. So anyway, sorry. So yeah, so all right, I'm doing the free stands. I've got all the information in it right. I've got the positionings right of the screen, so I've avoided that. Everything's good. I go, here you go. Here's the work in it, and it's like, why is this high res? It's supposed to be a quarter size of the dimensions. I'm like, oh my god. I go back to the email. It got a PDF saying artwork should be submitted quarter size of the main artwork. I'm like, bro, I'm looking like a dunce. I'm looking like an idiot. I'm looking like, oh my god, this I've just started this job. I'm looking like a moron. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, I'm gonna have to leave. I'm gonna have to leave. I'm already giving excuses of why I missed this information. And this happens to me time and time again. I can't I can't decipher information. I can't, it's almost like there's like a there's like some real like I don't know like some secret I don't know some entity there like that's having a laugh and goes right he's gonna read that right he's read that add the information that should have been there or when I open an email they're taking bits of information they're gonna add it later just to throw me off and it's always happened. How many times this week where it was like oh this is another thing that happens to me this is another thing guys let me know if this happens to you. So they're explaining what I need to do. There's LinkedIn banners I need to do and digital banners for mobile and stuff like this. But there's other banners that are needed for another platform. And they're explaining the sizes to me and explaining what it should be about and stuff. And it's literally I've seen this in The Simpsons where the guy's talking and the Simpsons he doesn't understand what's going on. You ever seen that clip? I think it's in an army. The sergeant's talking. Homer says, "Please stop talking. I've missed what you were saying." So he's talking. I don't know what he's on about. So I'm like, and everyone's there to understand. Oh right, that makes sense. Like I'm like, yeah. I'm like, what the hell did you just say? So I'm like, okay, sorry. Can you get back that information for me? What do you need exactly? And he goes, "Oh yeah, no, it's all in the email. It's in the email chain. Go through the thread. Can you just tell me?" So I have to go through the email thread looking for it. I still don't know what's happening. I'm like, so this time I'm supposed to be making these banners. I'm using time trying to decipher what I'm supposed to be doing. It's like getting to an hour. I still ain't designed anything. I'm trying to figure out what I need to design. And I don't understand. I'll go to him. I was like, sorry, can you like, yeah, like, could you just break it down again? The guy breaks it down to me again. I wish I took notes, but he's talking to me. He's like, right, like simple, right? Like talking through it. I got maybe like 50% of what you wanted. That other 50% is like, I'm gonna have to wing this again, aren't I? Like before, like other jobs, I'm gonna have to wing it and guess what he wants me to do. Just take a wild stab at it. Do you know what I'm saying? And this happens to me. This is what happens in the real world. And the real world is the work life because you work there more than you blimmin' don't work. So I literally have this every time. Sometimes I've gotten away with it. Sometimes I just haven't. And I've been pulled up and I've received a PIP from it one time. I had to leave through stress. If you don't know, PIP is performance. Wait, what is PIP? Wait, performance. What is PIP? What guys help me out? What does PIP stand for again? PIP performance indicator. I used to know what PIP stood for. So I'm gonna have to. This is gonna wind me up. I used to know what PIP stands for, but I don't know what PIP stands for. PIP meaning personal. No, not personal payment. Independent payments. You know what I'm talking about, guys. Someone name it in. You know when you get like a review and they think you haven't been like they extend your probationary period because your performance. Say they're measuring your performance after. You know what that is. I'm sure someone's going to mention it. I just can't remember the. Anyway, yeah, that I've been put on that. Personal independent, no, not personal independence payment improvement plan. Basically, yes, Black Snap improvement plan. Um, yeah, yeah. Like yeah, that like I'm trying to. It happened where I was mucking things up, man. They put me on PIP, and that's I left. I've never been put on PIP. I've managed to mask my way out of situations and just guess what they want. Do everything, basically. Stay behind and do everything. And one of these things must land on what they want. And that's usually that's not good, man. It's not good, like you know what I mean. But so I just wanted to mention that. But the first time I discovered I had an issue. I had an issue. I was sure you shouldn't really call it an issue, but it is an issue when it makes life harder. But is when I set up my business, my side business, which works with autism and ADHD people. Um, so the reason I set it up, so basically it's called Shine, SHYNNE, and it's like a play on shyness, but you're shining through the shyness. I thought it worked anyway. So it's that. And basically, what it was, it's basically one of my sisters who's, I remember I said I'll get back to this. So my sister who's very highly autistic, she can't go out, can't interact, but she loves gaming. She wants to do loads of stuff and be out there in the world, but she can't. But she loves gaming so much. She told me all about Kingdom Hearts. She told me the lore of Zelda and Link and all that kind of stuff. And she's got a big book that talks about the lore of it. Final Fantasy, she's all on that. She's all on these things. She talks Mega Man, retro gaming. She does that, but she doesn't really go out or anything. She's by herself. I remember that I was chilling there. I was at my mum. I was just watching her just be by herself when her sister's out socializing. I felt that literally had tears in my eyes. I felt for her, man. I was like, she's so lonely, like by herself. Do you know what I mean? Let me try and enroll her into something. So, and sorry, Alice. Yes, that's it. Performance improvement plan. Thank you, Alice. Thank you very much. Good to see you, Alice. Anyway, so I just see certain chats there in my peripheral vision, but let me go into this because it threw me off. Anyway, so I was like, right, let me enroll her into something. Let me get her into like gaming or something like that where she could do this with other people. I was going online, they were telling me no, they were telling me there isn't something like that for her, or it's in the wrong borough, or yeah, like basically I was getting no. I was calling, emailing, going, online. No. I was getting no. So I was like, well, why don't I start it myself? Let me start something up. So yeah, I founded. It's a CIC company, and CIC basically means a corporate interest company. So a CIC is basically between a LTD, a limited business, and a charity. So it sits in the middle. So you can still get funding, charitable funding from investors, but funders, and you can still make a profit on it, but it's not. You have to do a lot of stuff when you get that investment. You have to do a lot of things to get it, and you have to keep updating them and stuff like this. And this is the part where I'm going to talk about business and also how you can get create a CIC. Well, I'm not really gonna. I'll tell you how I did it, and if you want more information, I'll go into that. But yeah, let me have a drink first before I get into that side of things. Actually, before I get into that, I made some notes here on this, man. I talked about everything I wanted to talk about. Small talk, workplace challenges, trait of high functioning. My sisters. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Anyway, I mentioned I went for the autism check in it. They gave me some mad figure. I was like, yeah, forget that, bro. We're just gonna have to self-diagnose. So yeah, I created this CIC. How you create a CIC, you need people who are like their members, their directors per se, but they could be silent directors. So basically, they give their name and details, but you don't have to do anything. And if you give it a director, you can register your company. So I did this. It only cost like 30 quid to register, or something like that. Anyway, you got to set up a bank account. If you ever want to do a CIC, I recommend doing Virgin Bank, Virgin Money. That's who I'm with. And then yeah, set it up. Had this thing going, man. Registered all on Company House. You type it in, it's all there. And what it is, it's a company that works with individuals who are neurodiverse, so a particular autism, ADHD, Aspergers, that sort of thing, and young and older people. and we do things like gaming events, speed dating and events and things like this. So I had a gaming event at my church actually. So we talked with the church. We put this event together. It was free to join, just to get everyone to like be familiar with it. So I had all these retro games. We had bought my sister's games, so they had Xbox. We had the old Xbox, PlayStation, Super Nintendo, GameCube, N64, and then we had the PlayStation 3, the PlayStation 4, the PlayStation 5. We had Switch. We had a pool table. We had snooker table. We had air hockey. I hired a company. This made me broke. This is the time when I couldn't afford sugar, because I invested all of this into that, and I was broke. And my missus asked me to buy sugar one time, and I couldn't even afford it. That's a thing in itself, man. Going into Tesco's and not having enough change for sugar. Anyway, yeah. So anyway, I hired this company that had big, massive, like screens. Well, not some things you roll up, projector screens, and had the games on there as well. And it was really cool, man. People came all over to play. Um, it was really enjoyable. My sister gave a speech. A member of the church gave a speech. I gave a speech. We had a FIFA gaming competition. It was really cool, man. And it was just, yeah, it was just to encourage people who are neurodiverse to come and be together, man. And my sister was there. And my sister always she does a lot of cosplay when she goes. It's crazy. She has no confidence to like speak to people and stuff like that. But yeah, we'll go to these conventions and stuff, and she'll be dressed up as some of these characters from like Beyblade and all these animes and gaming things, and she looks wild, and she'll be on the tube. I'd be embarrassed to do that. She don't care. That's why I admire her so much for that, man. Um, so yeah, so when during this event, I was there and I was thinking, why is it that I feel more comfortable than I ever felt? Like when I'm with people who are classed as neurotypical, like I just feel sometimes I feel tired because I've pretended to be normal. Like I've pretended to be like them, and I've just been so de-energized. The only time I'm like myself is when I'm with my mum, when I'm with my fiance, when I'm with certain friends, not all of my friends, certain friends, where I felt, and certain family members, where I can actually be myself. I've got a cousin where I can just be myself around him, you know. Um, but if it's like other people, I just feel I've got to pretend to be this other person. Like it just makes me so tight, and I do the talking and I leave. I'm literally like my social like energy bars like it's just going, trying to pretend to fit in and stuff like this. But when I was in this event, it just felt normal. Like I was with people that had high levels of autism, ADHD, and we had like masking levels, and I just felt, and we were talking, and the small talk wasn't small. It was understandable. None of us wanted to do it, so we just moved up. Like it just felt easy, man. You know what I'm saying? I loved it so much, and yeah. So now, like, I managed to get fun. So this is the thing. So you've got to acquire funding and stuff like this from like funders, and I really want to make this work. It's in the Barnet area. I really want to make this work. So, quite talk to all these funders. Use the like all the help from the Barnet, the Borough of Barnet. There's Young Barnet Foundation. There's another one that I contacted. I went to a lot of their meetings and stuff like this, and they helped me write up application. And a lot of people said no, but we had good news from Virgin. Is it Virgin? Wait, no, National Lottery. Sorry, not Virgin. Sorry, National Lottery, who gave us funding, man. This is how it works. They gave funding of £20,000 to Shine. I cannot touch, so I'm still broke here. But all that funding goes to the Shine. So basically, how it works: anything that you buy from their money has got to be for Shine, and it's got to be to provide this for the people. You can't keep any of the profits, anything like that. You've got to put all of it into Shine. So you've got to buy all the equipment. You've got to buy the space and locations, marketing, food, etc., venue space, going on different platforms, appearing on platforms, I've done podcasts on it. All of that, all the equipment, hires, all this kind of stuff. It's just for that. And any money, and basically, if you don't put it to that, literally, you'd have to give it back, and you could be in debt. I know my half sister, she did this, and then she's in debt now. Yeah, she owes a lot of money. Like, it didn't work for her. So I believe so. Yeah, if you don't do it right, it won't work for you. So it's crazy, and it's like I've created this entity that's doing not bad, but yeah, I'm bloody struggling with the entity. Anyway, it's crazy. It's weird how it works with an LTD thing, limited company. All the profits are kept to you, but it's different with a CIC, a corporate interest company. So anyway, so what is funding? So we're doing a lot of events with it, and we've got some events. So I'm literally hosting some events. This is what I want to do. I want to do this. I want to do the YouTube thing. I want to do events for YouTube. I love this platform. I want this to be like a career doing this, man. Speaking to people, helping people, giving advice, telling my stories. I love this. I love this way more than I love designing. Like, I look forward to doing this. I look forward to making videos. Designing, I don't look forward to. I just do it to pay bills. But this and the shine, helping people, working with people in the area, and it's not just for people that are neurotypical, it's also other people. I welcome other people as well, but especially for neurotypical. So we've got two events. We've got one happening this month, which I'm going to be hosting. It's going to be in the Free Hammers pub. Is that how you say it? I don't know. In near Mill Hill, and it's going to be. I've left it in the description, so I've left linked to where you can buy tickets. This is a speed dating. So we're going to be loads of different speed dating events. This one's for ages of, I put this event and I can't remember the ages, Jesus. This event is for the ages of 25 and 38. We've done one before that was just open to all ages, and that went really well. But people complain, it's like, listen, I'm 20. I had a speed dating. I had a date with someone that's 40. Like, let me, this. So that's why we're sectioning off in different age brackets. So yeah, I'll repeat that one. You can find the links in the description um, of this video, this live stream. But I'm going to leave it in the videos to come as well. But yeah, ages of 25 to 38, man. I'm going to need the HBO special, help a brother out. We need women to apply for this. The guys are okay. Like, I'm literally going to have to block tickets off soon because we've got a lot of guys. But we ain't getting no women that want to do this. We had a lot of women for the last one, well, a decent amount of women, but the ladies are low. I don't know. You're not on this speed dating thing, or maybe I need a woman to do this. I don't know. So women, if you're out there, if you're neurotypical and you fancy just having a speed dating event, like coming to a speed dating event, seeing me there, because I'll be hosting it. The links in the box, man, in the description box. Please just click on there. You can get a ticket for that. Guys, I think there's a few more tickets left available. But yeah, we're going to need women, or that's going to look peak. We've got guys there and no girls. So we've got that. I'm also, from next month, it's going to be every Saturday, I'm going to be hosting a gaming event club. So it's going to start from Saturday, 26th of July, from 1 to 3, every Saturday in the Finchley Church Library. That's where it's going to be. And we're going to have games there, like the games I mentioned. So we're going to have pool, we're going to have air hockey, we're going to have board games. So if we can have D&D, Dungeons and Dragons, Uno, like card games, chess, we're going to have that. We're also going to have the consoles. We're going to have PlayStation, N64, Sega, Switch, all of that. So we're going to have games there. You just come, get a ticket, come, and just enjoy, man. Do you know what I'm saying? And for the games event especially, it'd be good. We concentrate on neurotypical people, but hey, man, just come, man. As long as it's sold out, you guys can come in. Because I also want it to be a community thing as well. Do you know what I mean? Because I really want to work with people. Just give something. I want to give back, man, and give something a place where people can come to. You know. So yeah, man, you'll see me there. I'll be running that as well, and that'll be every Saturday. So I'm going to be doing that every Saturday from 1 to 3. So it'll be actually cool. And I'm going to do it with that, and I'm going to do the live stream afterwards. Maybe we can talk about how it went that day on the live stream. I don't know. But yeah, so links are in the description box for that. I'd love to see you there. You'll see me there. And it'd be good, man. It'd be good to sort of interact if you're interested in that kind of thing. But then we have a little tea and we're getting to the comment section, man. You know what I mean? So let's see what you guys are saying. Uh, Let me see. Oh, there's a lot of comments. Wow. Um, let's see. Cheat, yeah, might come to the Finchley event. Yeah, come down, man. Come down. Come down. Thank you as well, Alice, for that as well, man. Yeah, I hope it does go well. Um, yeah, man. Um, what's this? CX. What about men that identify as women, bro? 2025 crew. No comment. No comment on that. No comment. Hey, man. Hey, man. Just do your thing in it, like you know what I'm saying. You know. Yeah, speed dating for neurodivergent individuals. Yes, it is, especially for that. And it was a good turnout, man. It was a good turnout, the last one. People really loved it. And a lot of people were saying, oh, we need something like that because they've gone to like, neurotypical ones. They said it was just, because how we do it, really sort of cater it. So we have like it's no pressure on it at all. Like really emphasize that. It's kind of like if you just want to meet. You know what happened in the last one? We had a few matches actually, a few matches. So we got to call them up and let them know they had a match. But a lot of the girls in the last one just ended up talking and staying on and being friends. Like we were packing up and they were there just chatting to each other, which was really cool, man. But yeah, a lot of people. The feedback we got was like, yeah, going to the neurotypical ones, it's just a bit more, they have to react more, it's harder. Whereas this one, we have prompts of like questions and stuff that you can ask. So you have that on each table. So it's really cool, man, to do that. So yeah, if you're interested in that, man, if you're interested in that, go for it. But yeah, so anyway, let me go back into sort of like an overview of the whole subject, to the reason why I've done this live stream. Um, yeah, let's talk about just the issues, the complications that you have in this neurotypical world. And I do feel that even though, it's getting better and a lot more people are talking up about it, and you've got months devoted to this subject, there's still lack of understanding. Especially I find like, I'm a bit low in that, isn't it? In the black community, I think there needs to be more awareness, man. I used to have a friend, right? It's a true story. I used to have a friend who we didn't know until late that he had mental issues. I don't know what it was, but he had mental issues, and he went crazy one time, man. I remember I didn't know this, but there's a time when we're doing, was it the wacky backy? That's YouTube sensitive, wacky backy, Christmas trees and all that. We made him into tea. We're drinking teas, and he had the tea, and he just went nuts. And he was a tall guy, 6 foot something. I remember he was in my friend's place. He had a studio apartment. I remember he stood up and he got this light chandelier, and he went smash on his head. And we was like, "What the?" I was there, my foot, what? And he started going crazy. I've never seen him do this before. He started writing Jesus with his finger on the wall, and he couldn't spell Jesus right. So he goes, "Dude, I can't spell it. I can't spell it." So I'm like mad, My friend's like grabbing onto me. He's like, "Do something, do something." I'm like, "What am I supposed to do?" He found out he had issues, man, and that stuff didn't help. Anyway, but there was one story that he told me when like what his like when he was acting up or going through something. His parents, they were African, they were Ghanaian. His parents thought that he had the devil in him. So what they were doing is tying him up to the banister. So they used to tie him up to the banister to let the devil leave him. And like literally, he was saying they'd be going up and down, doing their thing, throughout the day, and he'd be there like tied to the banister, man. When he told me, I was like, whoa, what the? This is, yeah, man. And I think a lot, yeah, in the black community, I notice a lot of people, anyone that has that, they call it, I'm slow, I'm full, man. I'm soft, man. I'm soft. Idiot, why that? Idiot, why that? A lot of these people, we just like got autism, aspergers or something, you know what I'm saying? They've got something, but it's not, I don't know in other ethnicities, other cultures, it's the same. But yeah, man, there's like a lack. You're just a weirdo, basically. I do think in England, man, they really in the UK in the West, I think they're into that more. There's more awareness of it, and I'm starting to see more programs about it and things like this and shows and just to help build the awareness of it, man. But I do think we're in a space now where, and I've part of Shine, what I do, I speak to people on podcasts. Like I'm trying to launch a podcast. So I have interviews with people that are either carers, neurodivergent, or yeah, it's whatever. And a lot of them say that they've had gone through things and they feel accepted to talk about it more now, whereas before, especially older people, just feel like you're weird. Like someone asked me, like with my, now that I believe and I'm self-diagnosed of autistic, like, why did I bother? Why would I get, why would I go get an official diagnostic, not diagnostic, diagnosis, or that sort of thing? Or do I want to take medication? What's the reason behind wanting to know? And it's just because I want to know. I just want, I wanted to just explain the reasons of why I was, how I was, like, certain things that I did, it'd make it be like, oh, see, exactly, that's why. I mean, I have that now, but that was the reason why I wanted to know. I just want to put a pin on it and say, this is the reason why I used to spin around. This is the reason why I had out of body experiences. I used to get that at school. I forgot to say it in primary school. I used to get out of body experiences, man. Well, I thought I was like somewhere else. Like I thought it was all the Matrix. It weren't real. Like I used to get it as a kid, and then I just zap out of it. I don't know what that. I said I had a lot of weird things, man. Just different. I was just very different. And I noticed as well, being older, in just like speaking to people. Sometimes when I'd speak to someone, they see me and expect me to be a certain way, and maybe it's something like I say or the way I sort of talk, but they'd be like, oh, I get this kind of thing where they're a bit offish and think, oh yeah, he's not a normal person for me. Like I get that sense. I don't know if I'm imagining it. Maybe I am, or maybe I'm not. I don't know, but I do get the sense that happens a lot, man. Where people are like, "Oh right, I expect you. I see you look like a cool dude. I'm talking to you. Oh, you're a bit weird, aren't you?" You know what I mean? Because sometimes I like having weird conversations. Like I said earlier, I change conversations. I switch it up, and yeah, some people are not really for that, man. So it's just the kind of stuff I just. It is very tiring. It is tiring playing that game, playing the yeah, I'm like everyone else game. And, and you need to, a lot. I know the whole, well, be yourself, but in this world, you've kind of got to fit into different things. You have to make it and not be ostracized and stuff. You got to be sociable to some extent, or you just get outcasted. It's very severe. And I don't listen to people say, "No, don't worry about that, man. You do your thing. All right, you can do that." But if you feel like you're ostracized, you're not invited to things, or you're not included in certain things that you want to be included in certain aspects, that would happen to you, man. So you have to sometimes play that game, but it's just tiring. That's all I'm saying. Like it's just the way it is. Sometimes, like, whoa, my social battery, like I like we are great. Like sometimes having people coming over and stuff like, that, and I love it. But sometimes you get the panic before, like, God, like what happens if this happens, or I have to talk and I have nothing to say, and I have all these kind of thoughts, which is crazy, I know, but I have these thoughts anyway, nonetheless. Um, let's see. Let's see what you got. Let's see. I hi. What hi? AUDHD. I don't even know how you pronounce that, but here from Australia. Yeah, yeah. I've seen this term before, but I don't know how you read that. But yeah, hi. Hey, what's up, man? Hey, Australia, man. Come on, come on. You know what? Like that reminds me of is it Dumb and Dumber? Where the guy, where's the woman from? I think the Jim Carrey, the start of the limo when Jim Carrey's there and goes, good day, mate. Like, but she's from another country. She's from Austria, but he thinks Australia. So he goes, good day, mate. But, yeah, I was going to do an Aussie joke, but it's just, yeah, no. I have problems with money. It's like I'm dyslexic with numbers. Yeah, actually, maybe I'm dyslexic with numbers. I mean, I can add all right. I just have a problem spending and not knowing I shouldn't spend that amount. And then I'm like broke and I'm getting messages from my bank Santander saying, you're overdrawn. I'm like, well, it's only the fourth, bro. Like, I just got paid. How am I overdrawn already? You know what I mean? I get messages like that because I don't know how to spend, bro. Like, honestly, I don't know how to spend, man. I've got issues. Um, you should get an OnlyFans and I bet it would take off this day and age. Bannister boy and family. Yeah, I don't know who's that to. It can't be talking to me. Yeah, they chained him to the radiators, John Paul. Yeah, it was crazy. I don't know if they chained him, but they tied him up to the radiator. No, the banister. If you're, I don't know, maybe having your own conversation, but I assume that as you talk about my friend, but maybe you talk about something else. I don't know. But yeah, my friend, man, I used to tie him up to the banisters, man. It was crazy. Um, Hazard Thornbush says, good to get awareness for communities. I know a guy that's almost certainly autistic and he's black, but not diagnosed. I'm white and I see it in my family, etc. In working class. There's stigma to it. Yeah, there is stigma to it. And I think I wouldn't disclose that in a job because I'll be like, I just feel like it's hard enough, man. Like, do you know what I'm saying? I don't want to say, yeah, I'm autistic. Do you know, I don't. And I can mask it to a certain extent, so I'll just keep doing that, man. Um, she says, I'm definitely not normal. Yeah, I ain't normal, man. But hey, man, this is the non-normal club, man. You know what I'm saying? Maybe normal's overrated. Do you know what I mean? Um, but yeah. But this okay, so how's it saying how to say it? So say it like ADHD. Oh, ADHD. Okay, ADHD. Yes, that makes sense. AU or see what I mean? Maybe I'm dyslexic with words as well. ADHD. Yeah. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, man. Um, but yes. See your mate who was tied up to the banister. That was the joke, bro. Oh, right. I mean, yeah. I mean, it wasn't a joke at the time, but yeah, man, that was crazy when he told us, man. It's like people just like his family just walking past, like getting their brekkie and that, like man's there, like it was crazy. It's crazy, man. Um, yeah, it's mental. It's mental. CX says I'm white as well, seeing as everyone loves to put their color on what have you wait color and what have you the last few years. What a f mess liberal society. Yeah, man, I don't really see color like that, man. I just a lot of people seeing color like listen. Obviously, I do believe like I do get you know racism or they call it polite racism in certain things like they won't sit next to me in trains and certain things and certain things I experience. I get that, man. And obviously, racism exists, and we get like it's harder. But I don't. I just see. I just go on, man. It's like when you're in poker. Sometimes you get dealt a bad hand, isn't it? But you don't say, "Oh, my hand's bad." You just play with a bad hand. In your head, you're like, "Oh, flip, man! I've got a bad hand dealt." But you try and do your best to get a better hand and win the game. That's kind of how I see color, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, everyone, certain things work for certain people, and certain people have better hands than others. But sometimes someone with the best hand don't play their hand properly and they lose the game. Do you know what I mean? That's how I see life and all these things that we have and all these isms and whatnot, man. We just do the best of what you got. I think we're so focused now on I'm this, I'm that, and woe is me and all this kind of stuff, man. Let's just forget that and just work with what we've got and try to make the best of it. Do you know what I'm saying? Um, yeah, man, that's what I think. Anyway, oh no, I see we're doing a we've got a little thing going over the colours and stuff, man. Just be you, man. You know what I'm saying? Just be you. Um, okay, hold on, let me see. Hi, new friend. I'm a CBT practitioner, cognitive behavioral therapy. I'm offering my services for free. Hope I can help. Oh man, okay, yo, people get in touch with this guy. Okay, CBT practitioner, yeah. CBT ain't that the? I thought that was a scooter thing. Anyway, sorry. I thought that was a moped test, but obviously it's not. It's not. It's not. That's a bad joke. Anyway, cognitive behavioral therapy. That's good, man. Get in touch. Get in touch. This person can help if anyone wants that. Richard Moore says, I told my team leader at work about my neurodivergence and have been able to get accommodations. Oh, it can help, but I suppose it depends on the employer. I don't know, man. I just have a fear that the employer's going to be like, "Oh, man, we don't need that in it. You're black already, bro." Like, do you know what I'm saying? We got the checkbox ticks, like, what I'm saying. We don't need to tick another one. I don't know, man. I don't know. I just keep it moving. Do you know what I'm saying? Um. Uh. Ah. Yeah. I agree with this. So Subdue Light says, trouble is the left have weaponized identity politics, including mental illness. Many who need help fall through the cracks. Then the attacks we've seen from the caring left itself. Yeah. That's true. That's definitely true. I've seen people weaponize and say, "Woe is me! Look, I've got mental illness. Give me this and stuff." It ain't about weaponizing it, man. It's just about being honest. Do you know what I'm saying? But so many people use this as a crux or a way to gain certain things, you know? Um, yeah. Anyway, it's my time to do the whole family thing, and unfortunately, I have to leave you until the next time. But I've really enjoyed this. I hope you've enjoyed this too, man. It's been a wicked live stream as per usual. I feel like live streams get better and better, man, and it's been nothing but the same. Remember, if you're interested in going to a speed dating event, see me there. Check out the description box, man. It's for an age, certain age group, but we're going to be doing different ones for different age groups, man. We're just going to see how it plays out. We need women. If and you know a girl that's interested in coming to one in a Barnet area, interested in a speed dating event, and from the ages between 25 to 38, then yeah, man, let her know. Send her the link. Also, the gaming event, come down, play some games, man. That's going to be happening next month. I have to keep looking at these dates. Saturday, the 26th of July, 1 to 3, that's a tenner. And then, yeah, man, you come play some games, man, interact. And yeah, it'd be nice. I'll be hosting that as well. So yeah, man, if you're interested in that, yeah, man, the links are there, you know. But it's another. I definitely want to do something more suited to the YouTube community here. But these are like the ones where kind of launching them and seeing how they go more so. But yeah, man, expect some stuff happening on the YouTube channel as well. Remember, please subscribe as well. Leave a like. Remember, I upload videos every Monday, every Wednesday, and every Friday, and a live stream every Saturday. So yeah, man, it's all sort of topics. Also, yeah, if you want me to cover a certain topic, let me know, man. I like to do topics that I feel appeal to the community and things that we're going through. But if there's something that you go through and I think I could talk about it, I would love to talk about it, man. So if you have any sort of suggestions, maybe not in the chat, leave it in the once I ended it, leave it in the comment section of this video, man. That'd be good. And that's it, people. I hope you have a good weekend. Good luck in the upcoming week for those who are working, man. Try not to get sacked in it. I'm always trying not to get sacked. You know what I'm saying? Try not to get into a pip in it, a performance what is it again? Ask Alice knows, man. That performance review thing. Try not to get into that, man. Try to keep your jobs. It's hard out here, I know. But yeah, man. And yeah, man. The videos next week should be good as well. So yeah, I'll see you again. Hopefully the weather cheers up in the UK, but wherever you are, have a good one, man. Thanks for joining. And I'll see you again next time, people. Peace.